Hello and welcome to the Blue Leaf Show podcast episode. Not even episode, but this is our first episode. My first episode. There's no one here today. I just like to discuss the topics we're going to be getting at hand today. Today we're going to be talking about Derrick Rose's 50-point outcome this week. The whole Hugh Jackson situation, Jason Whitlock's comments on Hugh Jackson, and our black coaches being treated unfairly. We're going to listen to Jason Whitlock's opinions on that. I'm going to have the video up. We're going to listen to it. We're going to react to it together. And then, the Leafs start up to now. They've been struggling a little bit. And yeah, let's get straight into this one with the first topic, and that is on Derrick Rose's 50-point outcome. And man, am I glad that Derrick Rose got this to happen, because I'm always cheering for this guy. I love this guy. Even as someone who's not a T-Wolves fan, not a crazy Derrick Rose fan, I like the guy. He's great. I love how he perseveres through everything. It was crazy to see. It was crazy to see him. It was nice to see him back. Is he going to keep this up? I can see him averaging 18 and 6 at the end of the year. Do I think that's good enough to win Sixth Man? I honestly think that's good enough to win Sixth Man of the Year. Will it happen? Maybe, maybe not. Hopefully it does. That'd be great. Because, again, I'm just rooting for the guy. 50 points. Before 2 nights ago, I had no idea he'd never scored 50 before. That was just crazy to me. I think it was crazy to other people too who wasn't as hardcore back in the day, or didn't keep up on that stuff that much. Now I'm more into the NBA than I was 5, 6, 7 years ago. I still robbed my Raptors. I still loved them dearly, but as terms of me watching it, me going to it, me just overall being involved with it, I was more of hockey. I've always been involved in baseball, always been involved in football, always been involved in basketball. Was that one where it's what, I guess I'll do something with it. I like it. It's okay, but even to this day, I can't watch games when it comes down to basketball, because unless I go to the game, because if I go to the game, it's a fun atmosphere. I love it. Being around other people, it's nice and everything. But when it comes to watching the game on TV, it just, for some reason, it drags on. It's not, there's no real hustle, defensive plays. It's not tight like I want it. I keep saying I don't know why, but what I'm trying to say is I like a more tight-knit, close, battle-to-the-end game, defensive game, where some people, the casual people, like more high-scoring, 150 points a game, 140 points a game, 130. It's to me, I don't know. Because I think that's part of the problem of why the NBA is where it's at nowadays, is because teams have to put up 140, 150 points a game. So now you got people who seem like superstars and stars now, but back in the day, or not even back in the day, but just 10 years ago. Even just look at 2K. You'd be lucky in 2K if your guy coming off the bench 10 years ago back in 2K, if he was a 78 overall coming off the bench, that was nice. Because usually bench players range from like a 55 to like a 65, maybe like a 72, 73. Now bench players, dude, maybe your worst bench player, like your 10th or 11th man, is like a 73, 74 overall. And it's like, the game's getting better, yes. Players are getting better, yes. But again, like I said, they got to figure out a way to have less scoring, in my opinion. Like, if they want more points, fine, but the defense has to be there at least, because I see players just letting other guys just blow by. You can see it in the plus minus column of every player. You can see points allowed, points against, and all that stuff. You know, this is off topic from Derek, but I just want to open it up with the Derrick Rose thing to talk about the NBA. So, let's see here. What else can we? The Raptors. The Raptors having a great start, 7-1 right now. 7-0 with Kawhi. So I mean, I know how to feel. Like, I want to jump on the bandwagon of we're doing it. We're finally getting through. Finally going over the hump. But there's been so many times of me being a fan of this team where it's been like that, where we've had hope to get over that hump and we just fall so short. Like, 3 years ago, we made the conference finals, pushed the Cavs to 6, and then the next year, when we got Serge Ibaka, I was like, you know what, this is it. We were like, this is it. This is the year we finally get past LeBron, because we added a piece. We lost Terrence Ross. That was our big loss in that trade. Bismack Biyombo? Come on. Who's going to pay him $17 million? The Hornets? Okay. But we gained Serge Ibaka at the deadline, and we got to the second round against the Cavs, and we got destroyed. We got booty raped. And that's not even... that's not even, but that's just what happened. We got destroyed. And there's nothing we could have done about it. And yeah. Last year, booty raped by the Cavs again. And now LeBron is in the West, so you don't have to worry about that. I understand that. But we lost to the Bucks without Giannis. Yes, we didn't have Kawhi. And we didn't have Fred. And we didn't have... No, I think Delon played that game, yeah. So we had our best bench player gone and our best player gone. But they also had their best player gone. So 2 top 5 players in the world not in. And then our best bench player not in. I don't know how to feel about that, per se. I see all these people talking about how the Raptors, like on First Things First, Nick Wright said Raptors is his pick to make it out the East. Respect for you saying that, but I don't know. I love Kawhi. If the Raptors are first in the East this year and they get 60, if they get 60 wins, Kawhi should win MVP. In my opinion, he should also win Defensive Player of the Year. Him or Draymond Green every year. It's one of those two win Defensive Player of the Year. Maybe Rudy Gobert. But other than that, who else plays actual good defense? Let's be real. Not too many players play elite level defense anymore. You got your Rudy Gobert's, your DeAndre Jordan's, Kawhi Leonard's, Draymond Green's, and who's like a guard that played? DeJounte Murray plays good defense. Kyle Lowry, sometimes he'll be at that really good defensive level, but other times he'll be down there. Ben Simmons, but it's the only reason why Ben Simmons looks good on defense because he's guarding guys that are a foot shorter than him. Let's be honest, Sixers fans. You saw Kawhi on him last night. That wasn't a good look for you guys, right? 2 nights ago, you guys got... No. I'm sorry, Sixers fans. You should have traded Markelle Fultz in a pick for Kawhi. Because if you guys would have Kawhi, you guys would honestly give a good fight for the NBA title, but you didn't because you thought Markel's young, trust the process, blah, blah, blah. Yes, trust the process on the fact that you don't have a superstar on your team other than Joel Embiid, and who's a center, who's a face-up center who can sometimes stretch the floor, but he's really good on defense. But he gets hurt. Ben Simmons, he can't shoot at all. He can't shoot a mid-range. He can't shoot a three-pointer. All you have to do to play on Ben Simmons is sag off the ball, double team Joel Embiid. Not even double team. Just play a 2-3 zone where your zone 3 players are in the lower part of the area of the court, 2 up high. But when Ben Simmons has the ball up high, you sag off, make it kind of like a 1-4. But you have like 2 in the corner. You have 1 in the corner, 1 in the middle, 1 by the free throw line. No, like 3 by the free throw line. Because guess what? No one on that team can shoot. There is no floor spacing. That team will never win an NBA championship without floor spacing. Especially against who I think is coming out in the West in the Golden State Warriors. No chance in hell. No chance in hell this team makes it out the second round. Because let's see here. As it stands, I think Raptors will be first, Milwaukee second, Celtics third, Sixers fourth. I don't have the standings in front of me, so let me just look them up real quick. I'm not very prepared at this second. That is on me. This was a last second decision. Let's see how far we are. 12 minutes in. Don't really have to move on to the next topic yet. Next topic is that. Whoopsie. Sorry there, boys. Hopefully this is gonna load up. That'd be dope. And if you can hear my laptop, it's just a little loud. Can't help it. It says the page isn't working. What if I just go on NBA.com and I X out of all these. Alright. So we're on NBA.com right now. So right now my top 4 by the end of the year is exactly how it is. But I don't know how the rest of the East is looking like. If I'm not mistaken, the Celtics beat the Bucks last night. I still think the Bucks are going to do second in the East. That's just my opinion. I think the Celtics are a better team, but overall wise in the regular season, I think the Bucks will take that hand off them. Just for the fact that I think on nights Celtics they're gonna rest players. They're gonna take the conservative route to playing these basketball games on, like say they're facing the Hawks or the Nets. Or how the Cavs. Dude, are you really gonna play Kyrie and Gordon, especially Gordon Hayward coming off an injury like he did last year, to face against players and teams that it doesn't even matter? All right. Let me get rid of that. I can't. All right, so right now we got. All right, yep. All right. All right, I think the Pacers will be 5th, Detroit 6th, but then I honestly think Charlotte's going to make it in at 7, but 8, I have it down. It's 8, I still want to give it to the Wizards, but I think the Wizards need a wake-up call onto the fact that they need to blow this shit up and get rid of John Wall and or Bradley Beal to a team that can use one or the other or both. Because Washington, let's be real, this core isn't getting you anywhere. So I'm going to pick Brooklyn to make it as the 8th seed. Yeah. I don't know. Either Brooklyn, Chicago, Miami, Orlando are going to make it, in my opinion. Maybe Washington if they come back. I know it's too early. In the West is interesting. I like if you told me in July, that first we go and say, okay, yeah, okay. But if you told me Denver would be second, I'd say maybe. I would have said at best Denver's going to be a third team, but now I'm seeing Jokic is a stud. That team is really good. And Michael Porter Jr. is not even playing yet. So now you got Michael Porter Jr. coming back. I think Denver could honestly make the Western Conference Finals. They might be the team to give Golden State the run for their money. Yes, it's not going to be a defensive battle. Because you're going to have Jamal Murray, Gary Harris versus Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Michael Porter Jr., KD, Paul Millsap, Draymond, Boogie Cousins, Jokic. You got Jokic and Boogie Cousins. I think this series comes down to Kevin Durant if they play each other in conference finals. Because I think Denver will stay at second, no doubt. How they're playing right now, they already beat Golden State. They've beaten good teams already. It comes down to KD again. Number 3, Portland. Surprising, I didn't have Portland making the playoffs this year. I thought, just like the Wizards, they're going to do bad this year. Hopefully blow it up next year. 4th is San Antonio. Glad for DeMar DeRozan, my favorite player still in the NBA. No doubt about it. Not the biggest surprise. I had them at the 7th seed in my little, prediction that I had. But surprise, I mean, yes, I know it's early, but you look at the teams that are at 5 and 6. Sacramento at 6 and 3. They're playing really good team basketball. De'Aaron Fox is playing really well. I like that team. I'm rooting for that team. To make the playoffs. Really rooting for them because if they make the playoffs, that'd be something special because Sacramento needs something to cheer for. Great fans, great fan base. It's fine. Memphis, on the other hand, don't want them in the playoffs. Don't. Just don't. Like, come on. Memphis? They don't. No. They're another team that just needs to blow it up. Utah, listen. If you think Donovan Mitchell's the next coming Jesus Christ, check yourself. He's not better than Ben Simmons. No. And for the people that want to compare D-Book to Donovan Mitchell, okay, let's do that. If I'm not wrong, Donovan Mitchell averaged. Let's go to players. Right now, New Orleans is 4-4, and they're in 8th. That's it. I'm done talking about the NBA standings. Now I'm going to talk about D-Book versus not Ben Simmons. Why Donovan Mitchell? So, let's look up Donovan Mitchell. Where is he? What the hell? Oh. No. Really? Everyone Then, all right. So Donovan Mitchell is averaging. Don't forget last year too. The Jazz were the second worst team in the league before Rudy Gobert came back. Let's also put that in perspective for Donovan Mitchell. Not trying to hate on him, just trying to say the facts. This season, he's averaging 21 points, 3.5 boards, 4 assists. Okay. As a guy who's supposed to be the next great player in the NBA, yes. Yeah, he might have been a rookie last year, but he's the same age as Devin Booker. Devin Booker came out after his freshman year? Maybe it was his sophomore year. Donovan Mitchell came out his senior year. They're not simple, but you know what I'm saying. Like, this is just crazy. Crazy to think Devin Booker's not as good as him. No. Oh. No. Because now we're going to look at Devin Booker's stats. And Booker's been hurt. And he still does a lot more. And I think it said Donovan was averaging like 43% or something like that. Let's take a look. Devin Booker this year averaging 43% from the field, 37% from three, 45% from free throw, 20 points, 3.5 assists, 3.5 boards. He's been hurt. But let's take a look at his career stats. 82% from the line, 51% from the field, 39% from three, 28 points per game. Oh, wait. I was looking at his career. Oh, those are his. All right. His season stats. 51% from the field. Mistake by me. 39% from three, 82% from the line, 28 points, 4.5 boards, 7 assists. And this guy's not as good as Donovan Mitchell. I'm sorry, what? And Donovan Mitchell is averaging what again? What is he averaging again? Nothing close in any of those categories, you said? What? Is it maybe because he's not as good as him? Devin Booker's hurt right now, but the Suns with Devin Booker looked a lot better than with just DeAndre Ayton. That's for sure. That's 100% for sure. Donovan Mitchell right now is averaging, okay, he's averaging 23 points. He's shooting 45% from the field, 36% from three, 78% from the line, 23 points, okay. 2.5 boards, 4.5 assists, and a half block. Sorry, Devin Booker averaging more points, more rebounds, more assists. Hell, more blocks. The same amount of blocks. He's better from the line. He's better shooting wise. Huh. I wonder if Devin Booker is better. Huh. Maybe that's just a coincidence. Don't you think? I think not. I'm gonna go to break for about 30 seconds. When we come back, we're gonna talk about the hockey game last night and what I think the team should do in the next 30 seconds. All right. Welcome back to the Blue Leaf Show podcast. From about a 45-second break. Sorry, it wasn't only 30-second break. Whatever. My bad. But we're going to talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs, what they should do, and how I feel. How I honestly feel about this team at this moment. What we can do without Austin Matthews. Kyle Dubas, you gotta step up, man. But you know who else has to step up? The team. The team's not playing good. And we're losing some teams we should beat. The Calgary Flames and the Dallas Stars. Alright. So let's talk about last night's game. I couldn't even watch the third period. We were off. Like, when I say we were awful, I'm not trying to say that as an over-exaggeration. Oh, you're just a salty fan. Oh, yeah. I've watched every single game from this team since what? When did I start watching it continuously with my dad? 2005, 2006? Because that was the first time I went to a game in Pittsburgh. Saw Leafs play Crosby and the Penguins. Love Sid. Sid's a very good player. Come on now. Come on. You're telling me this, our best team since, as people would say, the mid-1990s, where the Leafs had Wendell Clark, Doug Gilmour, Matt Sundin, and others. Yeah. If you see my notifications go up, that happens. Whatever. But this team just makes me sad, man. This team stresses me out. It's so upset. Like, I just don't have words for it. I just want to throw shit every time. Every game. Not even every game. It's not that I want us to blow teams out. Yes, okay, I do. I just want us to be competitive. If we lose and we're competitive, that's okay. I'm not gonna be as mad, but when we're playing lackadaisical, when you can obviously see Marlowe's not fast enough. Marlowe's can't. He's just showing that he's old. And you won't sign William Nylander to an $8 million contract, but you'll throw 6.5 his way, but you won't come up. Let's just say his minimum is 7.5, but you won't come up to 7.25. If $750,000 drop off is what he's willing to do, let's just say, and you won't take that, you are out of your mind, Kyle Dubas. What are you doing? Like, I'm sorry, Connor Brown gets paid what? $2 million a year? You want to know where you can get an easy extra $750,000? Or an extra $500,000 or whatever? You trade him. You want to know why you trade him? Because William Nylander is a superstar. He's a star in this league. We have plenty of Connor Browns in the minors. Want me to remind you? Dmitry Timashov, Jeremy Bracco, Carl Grundstrom. Those are the three that come to mind, at least for me. Sorry if there's more. There's definitely more. There's definitely more. But those are the top three that come to my head. What are you doing, Kyle? Like, yes, I understand. Connor Brown is a local boy, and I love me some Connor Brown, but it's either him or Zach Hyman. Zach Hyman's not getting traded. He never will. He's always going to be on this team. There's no doubt in my mind he's always going to be on this team. Who would think he'd leave? Who would think he would be gone? But Connor Brown, on the other hand, he got that contract because he scored 20 goals in his rookie year. What has he done since then? He played with Austin Matthews for 1 year, scored 20 goals, Last year had a good year. Still playing good this year, but can't find the back of the net. I wonder why. Huh. You know what Pittsburgh does? They rotate players. So you know who they keep? Their star players. Evgeny Malkin, Austin Matthews. You know what we have though? We have a four-headed monster. We have Matthews, Kadri, Tavares, Willie. That's actually a five-headed monster. Mitch Marner. Sorry. Love Austin. Right now, he's the best player on the team. He doesn't give up one shift. He always gives 1,000% every shift. Because he's only like 5'10", 5'11". Not very big, but he's fast, gets in the dirty areas, plays big. That's what you got to do. You got to play strong like that when you're that small. And hold on, let me take a sip of my water. And to think that we can't sign Willie because we're only $1.5 million difference. You know what I say? I say fuck it, because you want to know the reasons why the NHL cap is going to go up tremendously, Kyle Dubas? The NHL is getting another team, expansion team, Seattle. That's supposed to bring in even more money, double the money of Las Vegas. Sports betting is legal, which will increase the profits by a lot also. This year, the cap is expected to go up about $10 million. So you're telling me you can't give Willie an extra $1.5 million? An extra $1.5 million. Right now, you got what? Maybe, I think like 10 mils, something around there. In cap, I don't know. But I don't have it in front of me, so whatever. I'm sorry. Sign the man. We need him. Yes, you don't change the future for right now, but William Nylander is a part of this future. We were promised the big three would stay, would take pay cuts for John Tavares to be here. And rumor is Austin Matthews, Neil, is already a done deal. They're just waiting on Mr. Nylander, his representatives, Kyle Dubas to finally shake hands and say, yay, we did it. Yeah. But nope, can't do that. Can't just come to an agreement because egos get in the way. Oh my god, this just frustrates me so bad, and it frustrates me even more. The fact that we're 8-5-1. Yes, I know. Previous years, I'd be happy with that. But now, this team that's supposed to be a juggernaut in the NHL, supposed to be the best team in the league. Yes, I know we lost Austin Matthews, but still, you have John Tavares as your 1, Nazem Kadri as your 2, and you still have Mitch Marner there. You still have Zach Hyman there. You still have Kasperi Kapanen, who's had a fantastic year playing. You still have Per Lindholm, who I think is playing very good as a third or fourth line center or third line winger. And your defense has been poor, but Riley's been fantastic. Jake Gardner's been Jake Gardner. He's had his good games, he's had his bad games. Zaitsev has been actually pretty decent this year. He hasn't been terrible. He hasn't been great, but he hasn't been terrible. Is he still worth that 4.175? Yes, but there's definitely a market out there for him. He could definitely get traded if we needed that. Ozhiganov has gotten better every game, but he's still... for me, Oji's like... I don't know. Travis Dermott's been I like how Travis Dermott's been. The left side of our D has been fine. And let's not forget, Ron Hainsey. Ron Hainsey on nights has looked terrible. Has looked old. But on some nights, Ron Hainsey has looked pretty good on the defensive zone. Ron Hainsey is a plus player right now. Ron Hainsey doesn't play as much minutes on penalty kill, but he still plays some minutes. He's still our best penalty killer defensively. I don't think this defense is as bad as people make it out to be, but it's still not in that top tier. But you don't need a top tier defense. You just need a middle of the pack defense. And I think the Leafs have that, especially coming up through the system. If you look at next year, you have Sandin, who's definitely, I honestly think he's going to play next year. And then you got Hainsey, who I think will retire. You got Liljegren down there, who has all the skill in the world. Yes, he makes poor decisions, but he has the most skill out of the young defensemen. The fact that he fell to us in our lap, the fact we didn't have to do bad for him, I loved that. That was fantastic. And, people don't realize that. They're like, oh yeah, Trinity Line, top 4D right now. It's like, come on, look at their system players. Like, all right, guys. Liljegren, Sandin, two future stars. You already know it. Sandin would be a perfect number 4 defenseman. He would be perfect. Right behind Morgan Rielly. Travis Dermott is a perfect number 6 and could be an okay number 4 if we need him to. Let's look at the right side. Liljegren. He stud. Telling you. He'd be a great 4. I think he's gonna be a top pairing with Rielly at some point. Zaitsev. I see him getting moved. And Zaitsev is number 4. Or the Leafs could re-sign Jake Gardiner, put him on the right side with Sandin, and then Zaitsev. I know you might be saying, what about Ozhiganov? Listen, sometimes you're gonna find out players aren't as good as they were, or that sometimes you just gotta let go. And he's one of those guys you just gotta let go of. And do I think this slump is gonna last? The series out 3 more weeks, 3.5 more weeks? No. Could it? Yes. Yes, it could. But I believe in this team. I'm all in. Question is, are you in? I know I am. And that's so let's hear it. How long are we in? We're about 40 minutes in, so we're at that 40-minute mark, and you know what that means. Damn it. That means it is time to go I know. On another break. But listen here, boys. We take 2 30 to 40-second break. During this, I know you're still like, guess what? I'm gonna do what I want, and I want my voice to rest for about 30 to 40 seconds whenever we're doing this. And next topic, Jason Whitlock's comments. My comments on the whole firing of Hugh Jackson and Todd Haley and Greg Williams being the head coach and all that. And then what it's going to do to Baker and them. It's just crazy commotion. Jimmy Haslam, stop being Jerry Jones 2.0. You're nothing like Jerry Jones. We don't need a Jerry Jones. We need a John Dorsey. And not you. Honestly, sell the team. Tired of you. Alright, be back in 30 to 40 seconds. Thank you. All right. We're back. Time to talk about this topic about Jason Whitlock race baiting to the fact that Hugh Jackson got fired. So you honestly think the reason why Hugh Jackson got fired is because he's black? And not because in the last Jimmy Haslam's giving him everything. He's giving him the longest leash ever. He is the worst head coach in NFL history. Wins and losses. Not even question. I don't count the Eagles guy. He's the owner. Is the owner going to fire himself? Hell no. But guess what? Shows how incompetent Jimmy Haslam is to listen to this fucking idiot complaining. Well, Sashi Brown didn't give me any fire, so you can't fire me. I won 115 and 16. But alright, so alright. John Dorsey gives him a shot. Browns should be 5-2-1 right now. Let me explain to you why. Here's why. Lead the league in turnovers. Alright. Okay. Alright, it's pretty good. You know, they're 2-5-1, and the teams 2 through 10 are combined 43-18. What? You're telling me this team is 2-5-1 versus the other teams from 2 through 10 at 43-18. That blows your mind, right? Well, only Cleveland could do that. Just saying. You have the most incompetent owner, the most incompetent head coach. It's bound to happen. I'm sorry. I don't think this has anything to do with race, Jason. But you saying that it does sets me off the wrong way. Because it has nothing to do with it. Absolutely nothing. Ooh, let's see. This was today? No, 2 days ago. So yeah, it's kind of old what I'm talking about, but it just kind of set me off. And it's just stupid. You're telling me if a coach was white and went 3-36-1, I would have fired him anyway. Hell, I would have fired him after he went 1-15. I would have fired him after he went 0-16. But it doesn't matter what the race is. It matters the fact that he's a incompetent, terrible, bad, anything you want to say, head coach. He's got the biggest ego ever. He's an egomaniac. That is not good. Yes, it's good for some people, good for some things, good for some players. But when you're doing a tug-of-war with Todd freaking Haley as your offensive coordinator, sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. I don't want to hear you bitch and complain about how you guys are losing because Todd's not making great. You know, I'm not going to get involved with this. But, I'm going to step in because, I'm not going to come on and say that Todd's making bad play calls, but I'm going to step in and call plays now. Okay, well, you called plays last game for most of it. You know what happened? We lost 33-13. Remember last year when you called plays and you threw the most complex offense at DeShone Kizer? DeShone Kizer can't fucking handle that. Yeah, Baker Mayfield can. Because Baker Mayfield's a better quarterback and a better strategist than DeShone Kizer. And also the fact Baker Mayfield's 23 and a half years old and DeShone Kizer was 21 years old last year. But he's a quarterback guru. Yeah, throwing everything you fucking got at a QB. Yeah, that's pretty smart there, eh? Alright, so I'm gonna play y'all Uh, here's a sound clip from it. Alright, I'm just waiting for the clip to load now so you guys can hear Jason Fat Fuck Whitlock. Coming off my Raiders situation. Sometimes you gotta take the only job that's off. Oh! And it may be your only chance. But sometimes you gotta hold back. All money's not good money. It's like playing dominoes or anything like that. And so I thought he took a job where it was everybody has gone there and died, from Bill Belichick to everybody. He took a losing hand. But I think we just got to be careful because I'm a huge Marvin Lewis fan. And I get beat. Okay. I'm just going to end it there. Where coaches go to die. Do you not realize... Oh, wait. Do you not realize Bill Belichick took that team, rebuilt it in a couple of years, and they made the playoffs and won a goddamn playoff game. The last playoff game the Cleveland Browns won, Bill Belichick was the head coach. And how? The year before they moved, they started off 4-0, and then, douchebag of the century had to move the team. And yeah. Nice fucking job, yeah? Coaches go to die. Bill Belichick planted that system in Cleveland. Same exact system. Technically, he wasn't fired until they got to Baltimore. Technically, Baltimore fired him. Or unless we did it like in the middle of us moving, but still, after the year, they are the Baltimore Ravens. Yes, he was the last Browns coach to win a playoff game. But where coaches go to die, Bill Belichick. Did Bill Belichick die as a coaching career goes? No. Last time I checked, Bill Belichick has not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 Super Bowl rings, and has been to not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, but 8 Super Bowls? Jason. And as you heard in the last little bit of that clip, he's a big Marvin Lewis fan. You know what Marvin Lewis is? A mediocre head coach. And no, it's not because of his skin color. You want to know why? Because he hasn't won a playoff game his whole regime there, and he's been there for 15 plus years. And he has not won a single playoff game. Yeah, oh, that might be on the players. Yeah, but you know what it comes down to? The players being in the right mindset in playoff games and being able to come forth and driving and getting touchdowns is play calling, number 1, which falls on the coaches. Preparation, which comes on the coaches. Because if your team cannot prepare Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday for a game on Sunday, and your team does bad on Sunday, what were you doing on preparation days 1 through 6? Hell, even if you play on Thursday and it's a short week, yes, you get a little leeway there as a head coach. But especially if it's a long week and you play on a Monday, and you got the last Monday to Sunday to prepare, come on. It shouldn't be this hard to prepare for teams, know what they're going to run, know their offense, know what defensive play calls they're going to do, what their tactics are. Like, let's see here. If a team is going against the Kansas City Chiefs against the Browns, what would I tell Kareem Hunt? I would tell Kareem Hunt, 2 hands on the ball, 1 over top, just hold it in. You don't need to get 150 yards, get 3 to 4 yards of carry, and just pound it in. Keep covering the ball. Keep covering the ball. Because guess what? Greg Williams' defense strips interceptions. Patrick Mahomes has 6 picks. Yeah, okay. But he has 26 touchdowns. That is a crazy ratio. That's 26-6. That's like 5-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. technically like yeah, like 5.25 to like 1 touchdown interception ratio, whatever. But come on. Don't you can't fool people with this bullshit. You can't. When a coach is bad, they should be not. Now, my thing is, give them at least 2 years. Don't fire them after one. Like, dumb fuck Jimmy Haslam, Rothschild Zinski brings him in 5-11 actually. It's a pretty good year. The team did better at the end of the year than the beginning. They kept going on that upslope, but then he fired him. Okay? Whatever. And then after Rob, I think, yeah, it was Mike Pennant. And Mike Pennant's team, first year, second year, all right, we're getting there. Second year, 7-9, but they started off 6-2. You know what Jimmy Hams was like? No, let me try to do my Southern Charm accent here. We got Johnny Manziel for a reason. Put Johnny Manziel in. I'm tired of seeing Brian Hoyer play. Who cares? Josh Gordon make him look like a beast out there. It's all right. Johnny Manziel's our future. And guess what the hell happened? The team went from 6-2, 6-4, 6-8, 7-8, 7-9. Team was first in division. Team did well. Team did really well. That year was amazing. And then next year, Johnny Manziel started. And guess what? The team did shit. Because Manziel's not an NFL quarterback. Guess what? The Browns defense that year was pretty good. Have you seen like a common theme with this? The Browns have pretty average to good defenses, but their offenses are always fucking terrible. And it has nothing to do with offensive coach. Because it just comes to straight coaching decisions. Not knowing if you have timeouts. Not knowing when to take timeouts. Not, come on. You are the head coach. You should know that you have timeouts that you God, I hope that you know how to, use them. Another thing is, why the hell, what was I gonna say? Oh, why are you being buddy with every, alright, you can be buddy with the players, but they have to know you are the head coach and they will be disciplined. That's why I like Greg Williams, because he gets along with the team, gets along with the players. Players love him, but he is going to give it to you straight, and he is going to be honest with you, and he's going to tell you how it is, and I love that about him. Well, Hugh Jackson would sit there and be like, I know we gotta cut out the penalties, but it's okay. They'll learn. They'll learn by their mistakes. Well, no, they wouldn't. They don't learn from their mistakes. You have to beat it in their head to not make those stupid decisions. You have to consistently, nonstop, get them to not do them. Drills, constant drills of keeping your hands up, pushing, and not grabbing and holding and pulling them down. Because that's what the left tackle and the right tackle are doing. And sometimes even the guards, but the guards don't do it as much because our guards and our center, that's a trio that every team wants in the NFL. Is those three right there. Because that is the premier inside of an offensive line that you want. But the outside, there is absolutely no one. It is non-existent. Nothing. Oh my Oh, this just gives me heated. So, let me get to the next thing. All right, Greg Williams, love him, head coach, perfect, whatever. That's all I'm. That's all I'm missing. Is he gonna stay? I hope. I love Greg. All right, but I don't know how to end this, so like I'm just gonna say fuck it. Oh my god, this is a long ass hour. I know you guys. Fuck. Uh, uh, let's do it. Press. Uh, hopefully in next podcast to come, I'm gonna do this thing like they do in Steve Dangle podcast, where they do a press conference after every podcast video where they just reply to people, get things going, talking about other, because like I'm kind of talking about random shit, but it's still got to do with the topic, and I'd love to do this with people because then I can I have so much fun with this shit. I fuck around so much, but hey, I don't make money off this, so I mean, it's whatever, in my opinion. So, hey, final statement. Goalies go. And Raps, come on. Say it, dub. Let's plug in stuff. Twitter. Follow my Twitter at blueleafshow. Yeah, and then follow me on Instagram at blueleafshow. I post, only on podcasts is where I talk about everything, but on the Instagram, I do pre and post game of every Leafs game. I'm going to start doing pre and post games for every Raptors game. And yeah, this was a long ass hour and not even an hour. We got a minute and a half. Yeah. Peace out, guys. I think next podcast will be, I think I'm gonna do these every Monday and Friday, record upload wise later in the day. So when I get home from work today at 6, so I'm gonna start uploading it at 6, and then yeah. Actually, no, I'm gonna start uploading now. So it's either whatever to varying on when I work today. I don't work till 2, so I'm gonna start uploading now. Let's see, it's 10 o'clock, so it should be up by noon. So today it's gonna be up around noon, and Monday I'm gonna do podcast, and I will think about Wednesday. I will think about Wednesdays. All right. Thank you. Goodbye.